Walk over here!
What up, it's your boy T-Bear here on the reaction. About to do a reaction to a video from Mojo Play. This is where more comic characters come from. So, the hit series Mortal Kombat, especially the latest Mortal Kombat 11, has been a hit franchise game for many years. And before that, there's some inspiration for some of the characters, mainly for the first one, and maybe some for the later ones as well too, coming from maybe movies, TV characters, other cartoon characters, many others. What I know for sure is a couple of characters from some of the characters from Big Trouble in Little China inspired the likes of Raiden, as well as possibly Shang Tsung as well too, and also a lot of people feel that Bruce Lee was the inspiration for Liu Kang. So anyway, let's see any other inspiration for your favorite characters of Mortal Kombat. So without further ado, let's check it out. Let me make sure my volume's up on this. Oh, as a matter of fact, speaking of that, let me hook my. I should be doing that first, but hook my speaker up. Let's do it. Oh.
Welcome to Mojo Plays. Today we're looking at the inspirations or stories behind certain Mortal Kombat characters.
Raiden wins.
Raiden.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Cetrion.
Surrender Kronika's crown and the Elder Jackson Bruce.
One of the new ones.
No harm will come to you.
Along with popular culture, Mortal Kombat is known for referencing religion of historical cultures while crafting its roster of deadly warriors. As the fourth Elder God to join NetherRealm's universe, Cetrion rules over nature's four elements and life in general. Although the franchise typically refrains from creating direct parallels with any ancient deities, some connections can nevertheless be deduced.
Stand down, please. Resistance only ensures your suffering.
In the case of Cetrion, the most likely influencers are Ceres and Demeter, the Roman and Greek goddesses of agriculture and fertility respectively. Through their governance of nature and reproduction, Ceres and Demeter were responsible for creating life, a duty handled by Cetrion among the Elder Gods. Goro.
Oh, who inspired him?
Out of all the characters included in 1992's Mortal Kombat, one monster stood out from the otherwise human cast. For the most part, Midway adopted digitized sprites based on actors to actualize the early game's roster. But Goro and subsequent monsters like Shiva and Kintaro were stop motion. In an interview with ARG Cast, Mortal Kombat co-creator John Tobias named old monsters from films like Clash of the Titans as a launching pad for the legendary gaming villain.
Well, the idea for Goro came about where Ed and I wanted to have a big brutish boss, and I remember thinking back to the old Ray Harryhausen movies, Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans, all those things.
So, what about Goro's four arms? The monster's defining characteristics harbors back to The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, a British fantasy film featuring a six-armed stop-motion monster based on the Hindu deity Kali.
Oh!
Ermac.
I thought I stabbed him. Let's see this. Oh, Ermac, this is a good one.
Wins.
Prior to the rise of the internet and social media led to the widespread distribution of readily accessible information, players were dependent on gaming magazines and their own imaginations. Unfortunately, both are known to be occasionally wrong. Mortal Kombat's diagnostics menu featured a listing entitled Ermax, which fans assumed referred to a secret character. Alas, it turned out that Ermax actually stood for Error Macros, not a hidden character. Still, after years of speculation, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 decided it would be easier to create Ermac than to dispel any such rumors.
Especially like new sci-fi, he might mention it here too. That's what she did right there.
Similarly, Scarlet started out as a rumored glitched katana in Mortal Kombat 2. Unlike Ermac, Scarlet had to wait until Mortal Kombat 2011's DLC to become a real fighter.
Wins.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now this guy here, this is gonna be good. Get over here!
Cannot have Mortal Kombat without arguably the franchise's most iconic characters. Debuting in the original game and returning for almost every sequel, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are fierce rivals with eerily similar costumes and opposing elements at their disposal, creating an almost yin-yang dynamic between the two. While the pair's palette-swapped designs fit the narrative, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are a byproduct of the technological limitations faced by Midway.
But the limitations of the technology at the time also helped drive sort of the character designs, and so the simplicity of the costumes you see in those early games is because too much detail and everything becomes just kind of a jumbled mess.
Since the same foundation serves as the base for both fighters, the developer could save memory as only one character needed to be created. Palette swapping proved so effective, Midway even threw in a third ninja, Reptile, as a bonus character.
You misunderstand my intentions.
Rain.
Here we go.
Seeking to exhaust all the colors of the rainbow, Mortal Kombat has a yellow, blue, green, gray, and now a red ninja as mentioned earlier with Ermac. Considering the Attract mode's intro shows a purple ninja named Rain, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 seemed to have more in store. However, try as people might, the character could not be found in the actual game. While Rain eventually became playable in the home console releases, the ninja started out as a joke character inspired by Prince's Purple Rain. As a fan of the legendary musician, Ed Boon, Mortal Kombat's co-creator, added Rain to mess a bit with players.
Nice. Yup.
Liu Kang.
Oh yeah, Bruce Lee. I can tell you right now, it'll be Bruce Lee probably, something like that.
Bruce Lee's presence can be felt across various mediums, and gaming is no exception. Soul Calibur, Tekken, Fatal Fury, and even Pokemon all boast characters reminiscent of the exceptional martial artist. In the case of Mortal Kombat, this honor falls to the franchise's prominent hero, Liu Kang, who resembles a digitized Bruce Lee in the first game.
Everybody kept saying, call him Bruce in the game.
Along with the Shaolin monk's physical design, Kang can also transform into a dragon, a mythological creature synonymous with Bruce Lee. Originally, Kang was intended to be closer to a traditional bald monk, but actor Ho Sung Pak preferred to keep his hair, so the dragon entered the scene.
Liu Kang wins. Fatality.
Raiden and Shang Tsung.
Oh, here we go.
Many kung fu flicks and B-movies directly or indirectly assisted in defining Mortal Kombat's identity. That being said, the one source of inspiration most frequently cited has to be John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's a John
Big
Carpenter
Trouble in
movie?
Little China was just kind of a take on all the other Hong Kong movies that I had also been exposed to, but it was like an Americanized version of it.
Yeah, they got Raiden
Mortal
right
Kombat's
there.
main villain, Shang Tsung, is heavily inspired by the film's own antagonist, David Lo Pan, who are both decrepit old men seeking to obtain souls to extend their lives. The comparisons do not end there, as the iconic Raiden is the spitting image of Big Trouble in Little China's lightning character.
Right.
While Mortal Kombat's Elder God is primarily based on Japan's deity of lightning and thunder, Raiden's hat is a deliberate nod to Big Trouble in Little China. Johnny Cage.
Oh, I gotta hear this one.
I make this look easy.
Armed with sunglasses and a cheeky grin, Johnny Cage has not-so-subtle allusions to Belgian actor Jean-Claude Van Damme. In fact, Cage's design in the original Mortal Kombat is basically identical to Van Damme's look in the 1988 martial arts classic
I thought so.
Wow, wouldn't it be
I ain't think
cool
about that.
if
Yeah.
Jean-Claude
I thought
Van Damme could be sort of a star in our game.
A scene from the same movie also inspired Cage's split punch attack, a move later renamed as the Nutcracker.
Oh, he did it on there. Oh shit. Ooh! That's like I gotta rewatch it.
Mortal
Those were- I know
Kombat's
he did
history with
that.
Van Damme goes back further than just Cage.
We went back to our licensing guy and said, asked him if he could approach, Van Damme and his people and see if there was any interest in being involved in arcade games.
Originally, Midway wanted to create a fighting game starring the actor, although Van Damme rejected the idea.
For whatever reason, it didn't work out, and but upper management liked the idea of a fighting game and had faith in Ed and I enough that they allowed us to kind of push forward, without Van Damme being involved.
Check out these other great
Wow.
clips from Mojo Plays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Alright. So, that was interesting right there, for real. To see the most inspiration. One I knew about it was the Purple Rain one. I knew about that. Ermac, I kind of somewhat heard about that. But interesting one with Goro. What other ones they had? Scarlet as well. Scorpion Sub-Zero. That was dope how they talk about them. Like I said, I knew about Bruce being an inspiration for Liu Kang. But good to hear that. I ain't like picked it up about Johnny Cage being inspired by John Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport. I gotta read about sport because I forgot he did a split punch on there too, and in clothing. And also another one, in case you know or wondering, New Saba is based off the names of John Tobias and Ed Boon and their names backwards. So that's another inspiration right there. I was hoping they show more of the inspiration of different characters later on though, like the other ones, not just the. I thought they show more, but I want to have a more. Where more kind of character came from. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. I see they got a video where every more comic game rank from worst to best, but it's like 20 minutes long. But I might think about it though. But anyway, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.